Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a laugher. We have ourselves a total blowout. It is time to start resting the starters. Ulaman tesaper ba'ozne bencho ben vincha. The game is over. Game, set, match. God has hardened their hearts. It is time to start pouring on the makos. But why did all this happen? Ulaman tesaper ba'ozne vincha. In order so that you will be able to tell your sons and your grandsons, to be able to tell your children, all that was hisalalti in Egypt. What does hisalalti mean? A lesser known word. Rashi's grappling with this in Pasuk Beis. He tells us hisalalti actually means sichakti. I made light. I made a mockery. I made fun. It's a laugher. Sichakti, like schok, like laughter. That's how brutal the victory was. All this was there so that we can be inspired. But specifically, here's the diuk, to the insight on the Pasuk. It's not necessarily for you or for me. It's so that you can tell your children. The whole thing is ulaman tesaper, so that you can tell into the ears of your sons and your grandsons, your daughters and your granddaughters. It's interesting. Revolva makes this diak, and Revolva on Chumash, the English one, judicious chinuch. He's describing why God loved Abraham so much. Says the verse, and Hashem said, am I going to conceal from Avraham that which I'm going to do? No. For I am fond of Avram. Why would I do that? Why does God love Avram? Not because he spread monotheism in the world. Not because he was probably the biggest mover and shaker in the history of the world. But because he will educate as banav as beso acharav. Because he is a good dad. Because he does good chinuch. V'shamru derech Hashem, he teaches them the way of God, lasot tzedakah mishpat, to carry out acts of charity and judgment. The greatest job that you will ever hold is the job of being a parent. If the Brisk Yeshiva, one of the most prestigious yeshivas in all the land, will call you and say, we'd like you to be the new Rosh Yeshiva, that job still won't be as important as the job that you might hold right now. To be a parent, to be a mom, and to be a dad. It's important that we compare how we are as parents to the important job that it is and how the Torah defines being a parent. To make sure that this important job that we've been tasked to carry this child's soul to its eternal destination, to help it get there, to make sure we're carrying that out. That's the reason that Avraham Avinu was so fond in the eyes of God. It's the most important job you'll ever hold. And that's the reason why the miracles happen. So you can tell your kids and you can tell your grandkids. The greatest job you will ever hold is the job of being a parent.